Good afternoon, one and all. Today we will discuss again on advanced software engineering and technology. I welcome to you to this lecture, Advanced Software Engineering and Technology. Is this presentation visible to you?
Yes, no, sir.
Now this presentation is visible to you.
Yes, sir. This.
Padmashri?
Oh, sir, this sir.
Okay. In previous lecture, we have discussed about the activities, tasks and resources and functional and non-functional requirements. We know there are, suppose something happen after clicking on the button, then that thing is the functional things, and the color of that button is the non-functional things, like that. Now today we will be going to discuss about notation, methods and methodologies. Methods and methodologies, these two terms are a little different. We will see this. A notation is a graphical or textual set of rules representing a model. For representing or for displaying any model, we have to use some notations. The Roman alphabet is a notation for representing the words. We sometimes use Roman alphabets like capital I for first, capital 2I for second, like that. We have to use unified modeling language according to the book of OMG 2009. The notation we use throughout this book is the notation for representing the object-oriented model. The use of notation in software engineering is a common and predated object-oriented concept. Data flow diagram we will be see with the help of the book which is published in 1978 by D. Marco, is a notation for representing the system in terms of data sources, data sinks, and data transformation, which is given in the book which is published in 1989 by Spivey. Spivey is notation for representing the base of set theory. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Is there
Yes,
noise?
sir.
Is there very much noise of machine, or my voice is clear?
Yes. Yes. Your voice is clear, sir.
Okay. A method is a repeatable technique that specifies the step involving in solving a specific problem. A recipe is a method for cooking a specific dish. A sorting algorithm is a method for ordering element of a list, and rational management is a method for justifying the change. Suppose we are using a single technique, then that is the method. Like recipe, we want to make tea, that is the method of making tea. If you want to make the cake, for making process of cake, that is the method. And for management logic, that is also the method. Configuring management is a method for tracking change. Configuration management is the method how to configure the devices. Suppose I am taking this online lecture. For that I am using camera and one more softwares. This is my method to take a lecture. Maybe there is different method of other teachers. I have configured camera computer, keyboard, mouse, and 2 softwares in these lectures. So this is the method. Then what is methodology? A methodology is collection of methods for solving a class of problem and specify how and when each method should be used. Means collection of methods. Methodology is the collection of methods for solving a particular problem. We have to use multiple methods to solve a single problem, then that will be the methodology. Methodology means the collection of multiple methods. A seafood cookbook with a collection of recipes in a methodology for preparing seafood. If it is also contain advice on how ingredients should be used and how to do if not all ingredients are available, then that is the methodology. You know, there is the book to make the recipes in home. We can make the recipes, but there may be a various type of foods recipes available in that book, then that all will be the methodologies, because multiple foods recipes are given in that book. Means there is no single method to make the seafood, because there are various seafoods available in market. We know fish and another type of seafoods. Hmm? I think so. Uh, Ingredients, which ingredients we have to add into the fish and other food. These techniques are, these recipes are different, so we can say these are the methodology. Methodology means collection of the method. In the Royce's methodology in 1988, the object model technique, OMT means object model technique, in 1991, the Bosch methodology in 1994, and the Catalyst Wills 1990 are object-oriented methodology developing softwares. They have given the how to develop a methodology into the software. I have given you information about the recipe. We know various recipe, and to make the recipe we have to use some particular method. For single recipe, for multiple recipe, there are various methodology we have to use. To make tea, very simple recipe is there, very simple method is there. To make other foods, we required multiple methods, so we can say that is the methodology. But in software engineering, all these people have given us a object oriented methodology for software development. Software development methodology decompose the process into the activity. We have to collect multiple activities, and then to implement that multiple activities we have to use a particular methodology according to the OMT. OMT is the online object modeling technique. Provide methods for 3 activities: analysis, which focus on the formulating the system requirement into the object model; then system design, which focus on the strategical design; and object design, which transfer the analysis model into the object model that can be implemented. These 3 methods we have to use, we have to decompose, then we can say this is the methodology. Object modeling technique provide methods. The object modeling methodology assumes that requirements have already been defined and does not provide methods for eliciting requirements. The unified software development The unfilled software development process also include an analysis activities and treat system design and object design as a single activity called design. Suppose there is a single activity we have to require for design, and for object design we have to require another type of activity. When we will be add these two activities together, then we can say this is the methodology for developing the software or for designing the software. We have to use different type of methodologies to design object, because the objects work may be different. For one activity we have to require other type of modality, and for other activities we have to require other type of techniques or method. So we can say they required a methodology. The unfilled process, unlike OMT, include a requirement capture activity for eliciting and modeling requirement. For capturing or for requirement elicitation, we have to use some OMT techniques. A catalyst, while using the same notation as the unified process, focuses more or on reuse of the design and code using the patterns and frameworks. All of these methodologies focus on dealing with complex systems. We require the methodology for dealing with the complex system. Though the system is very difficult, then we will be make some small segment in that. Big system we will be make a smallest segment, and for a particular small segment we use a method, and for another segment we will use another type of a method, and for another type of again small segment we will be use different type of a method. And after collecting all these method, we will be solve the complex problem, and we will get one methodology. We will get some collection of methods to solve the software problem. We present methodology for developing complex and changing system. That is given in the book which is published in 1992 by the Berg. The Berg and Koine in 1993, and also the Cohen 1995. We have adopted and refined methods for a variety of sources. You see here methods and methodologies are the different things which is given in this book. For activities modeling the application domain, such as requirement elicitation and analysis, we describe methods similar to those which is in 1992's book published by the Jacobson. For solution domain modeling activities such as system design and object design, we describe object oriented activity similar to those of the OMT. For change related activity, we focus on rational management, which originated from the design rational research, and the configuration management, which originated from the maintenance of the large system. How this point we got known? Because of this, uh, Babbage in 1986 he published, at the time of software maintenance he got the configuration management method. So this is also we have to include into the software development activity, software development process. As well, some logic management. For suppose I want once I have started my lecture through this team, automatically you have to join this lecture. Such type of logic, suppose we want, that is the methodology given by in the book which is published in 1986 by Moran and Carroll. So methods, methodology and notations you know. Is there any problem in methods, methodology and notation? Notation means the symbol which will be used for UML diagram design, or design the character, or design the relationship. We will use some notations like Roman alphabet we are using for number, like capital I we can use for first, for second we use capital double I, like that. Is there any problem, any query to you?
No, sir.
Method and methodology, you understand method? Method means the single, for single recipe we require methods. Suppose we want to make the tea, but making tea process is varied according to the made. Suppose I said to make tea to the Padmasri, he will make differently, and Bhakti will make it differently. Same tea. Then the methods of making tea is different. So we can say that is the methods. Is it clear? Is it understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Methods means multiple methods are there. You see, for single product, if we require different type of methods, then we can say that is the methods. Means Bhakti will prepare differently, and Padmasri will prepare differently. That is the method. But suppose I said someone to make a coffee, and I said someone to make a tea, then these there will be the methodologies, because for making tea different recipe is there, and for making coffee different recipe is there. So there will be the methodologies, because two products, two objects, two activities are different, and for collecting these two activities process, we have to use word methodologies. Is it clear now? Understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we will be moved towards the software engineering development activities. Okay. We have already seen these software development activities in graduation level, though that is we will repeat again. In this section, we give an overview of technical activities associated with object-oriented software engineering. And development activities deals with a complexity by constructing and validating models of the application domain or system. Development activities includes technical activity, means object oriented software engineering and development activities. Development activities for software development, we have to require requirement elicitation, we have to acquire analysis, we have to acquire the system design, we have to acquire the point object design, and the implementation and the testing. these are the these are the activities required for software development. Requirement elicitation, we have to keep in mind requirement elicitation, analysis, system design, object design, implementation and testing. How much activities are there? 6 activities are there. Okay. Is it visible to you, Padmasri?
Yes, sir.
You read this. What is this word?
Requirement elicitation.
Requirement
Then
Analysis, system
analysis.
design, object design,
Object.
implementation, and testing.
okay, there are 6 activities basically we have to use for software development. More than this we can use, but these are the principal basic things we should require. Requirement elicitation. First one is the requirement elicitation activity. During the requirement elicitation, the client and developer define the purpose of the system. Means why we have to require, why we want software. About that, developer and the client communicate. They discuss with each other for what software is required. Requirement elicitation. Elicitation means collection. Elicitation means elicitation means hello. Elicitation means, am I audible? Rahul. Rahul. Elicitation means collection. Okay. The result of this activity is a description of a system in terms of the actor and use cases. During the requirement elicitation, client and the developer will communicate, will discuss, and they will design the result of this activity description of the system in terms of the actor and use cases. There are 2 actors. One is the client and another one is the developer. There are 2 actors. They will communicate each other, and that communication means the use case. There will be we got one use case in between the communication of developer and client. That communication we can say use case. Actor represent the external entity that interact with the system. Now use case will be a system, and with that use case actor will communicate externally, like developer and client are communicating each other on a specific problem to develop software. Once they reach on the particular solution, then we have to start the software development. Actor include roles such as end users. Actor may be a end user or other computer the system need to deals with, for example central bank computer, a network, and the environment, the chemical processes. All these will be the actors. Network may be work as an actor, computer other bank computer. Suppose here I am using one computer to this lecture, and you are listening my lecture with the help of laptop or mobile phones. But that your mobile phone and computer is connected to my computer. Then we can say there are the multiple actors connected to this computer. Your mobile phone, your laptops will be play a role of users, like actor. We can say actors. A use case are general sequence of event that describe all the possible actions in between the actor and the system for giving piece of functionality. Means what happen in these devices, what happen in our team, I am delivering lecture and you are listening to me. This process is going on. This process is the use case. We can say this is the use case, which is in between the two devices or in between the two persons. That task, that piece of functionality is the use case that is given in the 1.3 figure, use case for the ticket distributor. For example, we will discuss we have already discussed a ticket distributor project. In that, the use cases was given. uh, describe requirement elicitation, including use cases and the non-functional requirement detail in the next chapter. During now, requirement elicitation. Do you have any problem in requirement elicitation? We will elicitate? We will elicitate the information about the software development from the client. Suppose we are developer, we will ask the information to the client, and that information is the use case. Means how much functions he want, how much computer he want to operate, how much printers he want to operate by our software, how much devices he want to operate with the help of our software. All that activities will be the use cases. For printer, another use case will be there. For attendance purpose, another use case will be there. For selling product, another use case will be there. There will be the multiple use cases. We have to acquire the information at that time. We have to design the use cases. If you have any doubt on this requirement elicitation, you can ask me question. Is it understand to you, Bhakti? Understand?
Sir,
Use case requirement elicitation, you understand? Do you understand, Padmashri? Padmashri,
Yes,
do you
yes, sir.
understand requirement elicitation?
Yes, sir.
What is elicitation? Elicitation means the collection of the information from client. Hmm? On paper, we have to collect that information, and we have to create use cases. Means how much functions you want, that much use cases will be there. Then analysis. Next point is the analysis. Next activity is the analysis. First one is the requirement elicitation and then analysis. During the analysis, developer aim to produce model of the system that is correct, complete, consistent, and unambiguous. And during the analysis on the paper, developer want to produce the model, how that model will be work. Correctly he want to design. Correctly he want to show the model of the software, how software will be. Complete flow needed. In analysis, there should be a complete software working, complete software process should be there, and the consistent software should not be jumping. Means I will be develop a software in next month, and that time I will show the another component of this software. That should not be happen in the analysis stage. In the analysis stage, we have to provide the consistent all the information we have to uh, put in consistent manner about the software functions, about the software modalities. and ambiguous. There should not be any ambiguity. That should be clear. That should understand to the client as well as our colleague, our developer also easy to understand. Developer transform the use cases produced during the requirement elicitation into a object model that completely describe the system. Means developer should be transform that information into the use cases at the time of requirement elicitation and model them. During this activity, developers covers the ambiguities and inconsistencies in the use cases model that they resolve with the client. Suppose you are the software engineer and you have a project. You want to acquire the information from client. Okay. Now you have elicited the information from client as a developer. Then next step is that you have to tell to again to the client, is there any problem? I have developed this model, is it clear? You want a printout for end user as well as you want to store that information, the such type of a software you want, you will be tell to the client again. If there is a ambiguity, if there are some lacunas, the problem point is not clear, then you will be resolve that problem with communicating to the client. आप जो है क्लाइंट के साथ डिस्कस करके जो भी आपने इंफॉर्मेशन कलेक्ट की है उसमें अगर आपको क्लियर नहीं हुआ, कुछ पॉइंट समझ में नहीं आया, क्लाइंट को भी समझा नहीं पा रहे आप, तो आप वो क्लाइंट से कम्युनिकेट करके वो सॉल्व कर सकते हैं, तो करना है. The result of analysis is the system model annotated with the attributes, operations and associations. A result of this model is the attributes, operations and the association. There will be multiple operations. Means analysis means we want to make the operations, we want to make the attributes and the association of that attributes. That is the analysis. The system model can be described in terms of its structure and its dynamic interoperations. Sorry. In figure, dynamic model for ticket distributor is given. There is 1.5 figure and 1.4 figure for object model for the ticket distributor and the dynamic model of the ticket distributor. We'll see this. That is very difficult diagram. You see, is it visible to you? Padmasri, can you read this word problem statement?
सर मला ना स्क्रीनच दिसत नाहीये, माझ्या नेटवर्कचा इश्यू.
Okay. Bhakti,
Yes, sir.
is it visible problem statement?
Yes, sir.
Now,
सर आपण ती स्क्रीन झूम पण करू शकतोय.
okay. And now see,
आपल्या डिव्हाइसवर.
okay. Now our project will start from the problem statement. Our software development will be start from the problem statement. Where is the problem? There we will be develop a software to solve that problem. Okay. We have to define the problem, what is actually problem. Then according to that we have to acquire the information, we have to acquire requirement elicitation. Second point will be the requirement elicitation. In that case we will be cover non-functional requirement as well as the functional requirement from the client. From whom we will be asked this information? From client we will be collect this information, functional information as well as non-functional information. Then we will make the analysis. After collecting, after elicitation of requirement, we will make analysis. But functional and non-functional requirement, for that we will be use the use case diagram. We have to create use case diagram. You have to keep in mind for long time this, we should be create use case diagram at the time of functional requirement as well as non-functional requirement elicitation. Okay, got it? Bhakti, understood? Do you understand? Bhakti,
Yes, sir.
we have to create use case diagram at the time of non-functional requirement and the functional requirement elicitation. Okay, after that we will be analysis. We will make analysis about the non-functional and functional requirement, and we will create the analysis object model. We will create analysis of object model, and we will be design the class diagram of that object model. Analysis of object model we will show with the help of class diagram. Previously we have created use case diagram, then we will create class diagram. Is it understanding? And after that, from the analysis, suppose there is the dynamic model, then we will be create state machine diagram and the sequential diagram. In analysis we got a dynamic model. They want a dynamic model, means the model will be customized at the time of user level, at the time of client level. Then we have to create the class diagram, class UML diagram, state
Sir.
machine diagram and the sequential diagram. Okay,
Sir.
yes, yes.
सर प्राजक्ता जॉईन व्हायचं ट्राय करते सर केव्हापासून, पण ती जॉईनच होत नाही. तर तिने मला आता जस्ट मेसेज केला की सरांना सांग म्हणून जॉईन का होत नाहीये असं.
Okay, we will send him recorded lecture. And after lecture I will tell him how to join this lecture with team.
ओके सर. ओके सर.
In analysis we will get two type of a model, one basic model and suppose there is dynamic model. Then we have to create the state machine diagram and sequential diagram for the dynamic model in analysis level, and for basic model we have to create the class diagram. After this we have to design the system. After analysis, object analysis, we have to design the system. After dynamic model analysis, we have to design the system. And after system design, we have to design the goal system, design object model and subsystem decomposition. Means our project is for the ticket distributor machine, but in that there are the various small component. We can say that is the subsystems. Okay, and after this we have to design the object. Suppose you got one subsystem, you got to design the component for mobile operation, mobile phones operations. Then there you have to select a particular object, which software or which component you want to add into the mobile phone, and that will be the object. After object design, in object design you have to create the again class diagram. In analysis we have created class diagram. For object design also we have to create a class diagram for representation into the unified modeling language. After object design we will be reached to the implementation, and then in implementation we have to use the source code, any coding language like Python, Java, .NET, like that we will be used for implementation. And after implementation we have to test that model, and after testing we will be deliver the system to the client. These are the software engineering development activities. Okay, if you got question in exam, explain the software engineering development activities, then you have to write all these steps and this diagram. Is it clear? Figure an overview of object software engineering development activities and their product. This diagram depict only the logical dependencies among work product. Object oriented software engineering is iterative, that is, activities can occur in parallel and more than once. Means one activity may be occur in more than one time. For example, an example of use case: purchase one-way ticket. For purchase one-way ticket, what we have to do? Use case name is purchase one-way ticket. We have to create the use case first. Means we have to acquire the information from the client and give the name for that use case. What is the name of this use case? Purchase one-way ticket. Participating actors initiated by traveler. This activity, ticket, who will purchase ticket? Traveler will purchase, means passenger will purchase the ticket. So he initiated, he started to participate to take the ticket. Flow of event. Flow of event is the traveler select the zone in which the destination station is located, means to where he want to go. Second, the ticket distributor display the price of ticket. Just after selecting after selecting by travelers where he want, means destination, on display ticket distributor will show the price of the ticket. Then the traveler insert an amount of money. Traveler will do he will insert the amount or money that is at least much as the price of ticket. That money should be greater than the price of ticket. Means suppose we want to take a ticket of 50 rupees, at least we have to add the 100 rupees or 50 rupees. Okay, then fourth step is the ticket distributor issue a specific ticket to the traveler. This machine, this ticket distribution machine will be give the ticket to the client, to the traveler, and also it will return the change money, which is suppose you have added the 100 rupees into this ticket distribution machine. This machine will be give you ticket as well as the 50 rupees return. These are the steps of event flow. Then entry condition. The traveler stand in front of the ticket distributor machine like ATM machine. we know how to take the money from the ATM machine. Similarly, there are some ticket distribution machines are available onto the railway stations, which may be located at the uh, station of origin or the another station also. In foreign countries, such type of machines are there, and also at the Mumbai VT station there are some uh, ticket distributions machine available. Okay, but you have to stand in front of the machine which is located to your station or from another place. Exit condition: how to exit. The traveler hold a valid ticket and any excess change. Traveler should take, means passenger should take the ticket from the machine as well as return money, which is suppose change. The quality requirement: if the transaction is not completed after 1 minute of the inactivity, the ticket distributor return all inserted change. Suppose you have there is a problem into the machine, that machine should be return the money to us as a traveler. This is the sequence diagram for the ticket distributor machine, a dynamic model for ticket distributor. We can say this is the UML diagram, Unified Modeling Language Sequential Diagram. This diagram depicts the interaction between the actor and the system during the purchase one-way ticket, use case, and the object that participated in the use case. Such type of a diagram you have to develop in the your project. Okay, this is the sequential diagram. After analysis, we have to create this diagram. You see in this diagram where it is here, sequence diagram at the analysis dynamic model. Okay, this is dynamic model is shown into the sequential diagram. Here you see this is the traveler. Okay, traveler is in front of the ticket distributor. This is ticket distributor, and this is the zone where you want to go. This traveler want to go. These zones are here, and the balance amount and the balance is this component is given into our ticket distribution machine. First, traveler will select the zone where you want to go. Then the ticket distributor machine will get the price of ticket according to the zone in which area he want to go. The according to his destination, this ticket distributor machine will give the due amount. If he not inserted total amount, then there will be the due amount. Traveler should insert the change again and update the balance. The balance here required amount should be greater than the ticket value or equal to the ticket value. Okay, then he inserted the balance and balance is equal to the ticket value or greater than value. Then ticket will be created, and after creating ticket, that will be print and this will be provided to the traveler. Ticket will be get to the traveler, printed ticket, if he inserted the proper amount into the ticket distribution machine, else he want to update the balance. Do you have any problem in this ticket distribution machine, ticket distributor UML sequential diagram? This diagram interaction between the actor and the system during the purchase one-way ticket use case and the object that participated in the use cases. Is it understand to you? Do you understand, Bhakti?
Yes, sir.
If anybody have any problem, you can ask question me too. I will give you answer. Else, we will stop here.
What are the different types of actors?
Different type of actors. There may be traveler or the ticket distributor. Suppose I am giving one example of ticket distribution machines. At the time of designing UML diagram, we have to create actor as a user. Here, all passenger will be actors to take the ticket from the ticket distribution machine. Okay, and another side, there is again we have to design actor as a ticket distribution machine. Actor may be a machine, actor may be a network. Suppose there are multiple network are connected to that machine. Ticket is not directly coming from that machine itself. Suppose we are using our ATM card in for taking the ticket, then that machine will be connected to the bank, and there in the bank there will be a server. That server will be also act according to the actor. So we can say there will be the three type of actors. First one is the user, second ticket distribution machine, and third one is the server which is in the bank. Okay, if you have any problem you can ask question, else we will stop here. If you have any doubt, any question, you can ask. Okay, bye. Have a nice day. You can leave the meeting.